Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about for loops. And for loops are a special version of a loop. And basically they're used all over the place in kind of weird ways. And while loop let us count something, and for loop is going to say here's a chunk of something, and then we're going to do it for as long as this chunk lasts. And the chunk can be all kinds of weird things. So let's just try some examples so you can kind of figure out what I'm talking about. So this first one is we're going to say this for loop is for a letter, and that's a variable. We've just declared it. In the string, nerds are cool, and then we are going to just simply say print the letter. And this, well, let's just run it once and we'll talk about it. So we run it, and it then loops through until each one of those letters are used up, and it's going to print it on different lines. We really should have a question mark here that says nerds are cool, question mark. But this could be anything. So let's type in anything. So as long as this variable and this variable are the same, it doesn't really matter. So let's just clear this and run it again, and we can see nerds are cool, question mark. So interesting case, right? So let's keep going. So the first one. Now let's do another one, and this time we'll use an array, and let's just say friends. And instead of me watching me type really super slow, let me just grab something here. Okay, now when I copy it off the clipboard, I need to go in and change my quotes for some reason because it's using a different ASCII code. So just 1 second. I'm not sure if this is faster or slower than watching me type, because at times my typing is painful, isn't it? Okay, so I have 5 friends here. Roy, Tom, Timmy, Don, and Peter. And this is an array, obviously. We've done this already. So now, for friend in friends. So again, this variable I'm declaring, it could be the word anything again. But what I'm saying is I want to pick off one of the friends out of the group of friends. And let's run this again, so clear and then run. And then obviously it's done the same thing. Now we've only done strings in my examples here. So we can also just use a range, right? So we could say for index in range. Let's make the range 8. Then colon, and then let's say print index. And obviously, now interesting, right? So we're always starting with the index as 0, so it's going to print 8 items, which is 0 to 8. Now we could print, instead of up to 8, we could say a range being 2, 8. And then let's run that. And then we're getting 2, but we're not getting 8 because obviously the range is pushed to the side. Now let's try another one. Now it gets more interesting because anything we want we can put inside of this for loop. So we could say, for instance, we could use an if statement. If index is equal to 0, then colon. Then let's do print first iteration. And remember, iteration means the first time running through something. And then we could then say else else colon. And then we could say print nothing interesting. Okay, now we didn't give it a range, so let's come back up here and give it a range of 5. So let's run this, see what happens. So first iteration, nothing interesting. Okay, so okay, I get it. Let's try something a little bit more interesting. So what if we said else if index is 3 colon, and then again we could say print okay. So here we go. Let's try this. So first iteration, nothing interesting, nothing interesting. Third iteration. So again, for loops, kind of cool. And I'm going to show you part 2, but I want you just to recreate what I've done here. Obviously, screen captures, keynotes, and then I'm going to show you one more quick tutorial. Okay, talk to you in a sec.